Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will inaugurate strategic bridges built in Ladakh today. Rajnath Singh is also expected to take stock of the situation at the line of actual control. Now, he is on a 3-day visit to the Union Territory. Singh will also meet local leaders. Earlier, the Defence Minister interacted with nearly 300 Defence Forces veterans in Leh. Now, hailing the government's decision to roll out the one rank, one pension scheme, Singh assured the veterans that the centre was committed to their welfare. He also added that the government has been organising job fairs to provide employment to retired veterans. Defence Minister also said that a telemedicine portal has also been launched for ex-servicemen.
हम आपकी इस डिमांड को पूरा करेंगे वन रैंक वन पेंशन की डिमांड को और आपने देखा कि हमारे आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने प्रधानमंत्री बनते ही इस मांग को पूरा किया। उसमें ई-सेहत पोर्टल लॉन्च भी हम लोगों ने किया था कोविड के संकट में, ताकि हमारे वेटरन्स जो है इनको भी बाहर में जाना पड़े, लेकिन कोई समाधान चाहते हैं तो इस पोर्टल के माध्यम से उनको समाधान दे सके।
Now, Rajnath Singh's visit comes amid tensions between India and China at the border. This after India reiterated that China amassed troops at the border in an attempt to unilaterally alter the status quo here. Relations between the two severely deteriorated after the Galwan clash of 15th of June. The fighting resulted in casualties on both sides. Subsequent disengagement talks have also not resulted in troop withdrawal. India has been pushing for disengagement in key friction points of the hot springs, Gogra and Depsang. And WION's principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibal, is joining us live for more on this story. Siddhant, thank you for joining us. Defence Minister will inaugurate the strategic bridges today. What can you tell us about that?
Well, in 1 hour's time, the Indian Defence Minister will inaugurate 63 infrastructure projects. That is a huge figure. Last year, 44 infrastructure projects were inaugurated. But the fact that 63 infrastructure projects will be inaugurated, which include bridges, roads, is something of a significant development. This, even as we know that the Chinese are building rapidly, in fact, building infrastructure projects on their side, especially in the occupied area, the Aksai Chin area. And that, of course, will be the key focus of the Defence Minister's visit to Ladakh. We know that he arrived in Ladakh yesterday and he had met with the political leadership there, representatives there, and also veterans there. There is, of course, buzz as well that will he go to line of actual control or not? As of now, there is no confirmation on that part. But it can't be ruled out because last time he visited Ladakh, he had gone to the Pangong Lake area as well, the line of actual control.
Right.
We can only get once there is a visit there. But nonetheless, the key focus in 1 hour's time will be the infrastructure projects that will be inaugurated.
Right, Siddhant. Also, you say that's going to be the key focus, but also he said to take stock of the situation at the line of actual control, like you just mentioned. He also met defence veterans there in the backdrop of the one rank, one pension scheme. Also introduced the telemedicine portal. What can you tell us about these developments?
Well, the two key focus of his visit are, of course, operational preparedness and secondly, on the infrastructure projects. Yes, the veterans are also the focus area, but remember there is a politics also, given the fact that just later this week, in fact, on the 1st of July, the representatives from Ladakh will be coming to Delhi for conversation. This, even as we know that last week saw conversation with the political leadership and political parties from the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. So this time, the representatives from Ladakh will be got. So this is also a context to the entire visit of the Indian Defence Minister. But largely, it is the worry regarding the Chinese build-up remains. We know in February saw the pact between the two sides and there was a disengagement in the Pangong Lake. But since then, disengagement in areas like Gogra and Hot Springs still remain.
All right, Siddhant, thank you so much for joining us with all those updates. We will continue to track this closely.